To answer your question about if these cottage cheese chips are crunchy, it's kind of a yes and a no thing. So let's cook some. First, I would highly recommend if anyone is going to make these cottage cheese chips to get the Good Culture brand with 4% milk fat and also the small curds. I've tried to make these with different cottage cheese brands, and the Good Culture one is the one that seems to work the best. But I'm going to try this different brand today and see how well it works. So first I get my parchment paper and lay it out on the baking sheet. Then I get a teaspoon and scoop little blobs onto the baking sheet. I make about 12 blobs, which is about 1 cup of cottage cheese, which will be about 28 grams of protein. After I put out the blobs, I gotta smooth them out. I set the oven to 350 degrees. Today I made the mistake of putting them in before the oven was at 350 degrees. So by doing that, I kind of messed these up, and they look a little weird, and they turned out weird. So make sure when you cook them that your oven's at 350 degrees, and then stick them in. So after I put them in the oven, I probably check on them after 15 minutes. And then if you see that the edges are brown, then they're probably done. Some of them, at least for me, they'll get kind of burnt, and it's mainly the ones that are in the back of the oven. So I would recommend checking at 15 minutes, then rotate the baking sheet so that the ones in the back come to the front, and then the ones that are in the front go to the back. So hopefully that makes sense. Then that can allow them to all kind of cook evenly. So if you use the Good Culture cottage cheese, and then you allow them to brown around the edges, and then all you have to do then is let them cool, and then you can peel them off the parchment paper, and then typically they will be crunchy. But if they're slightly thick and not really cooked like in the middle part, the middle probably won't be crunchy. I've been making these every day, and I would say it takes a little practice. And clearly today I messed up on them. They still taste good though. Also, you kind of have to eat them right away or they won't stay crunchy. Hopefully this helps, and this is a great way to get your protein in.